In today's video, I want to show you the anatomy of the perfect LinkedIn profile. I've generated a ton of money off of LinkedIn. We made over 300,000 off of LinkedIn in the last year. So I know a thing or two about creating a high converting LinkedIn profile that gets engagement. So in today's video, I want to go through what your profile should look like using the power of pen and ink. We'll show real examples and I'll draw you the anatomy of the perfect LinkedIn profile so you can get out there and master LinkedIn. But before we jump into the video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe down below. I noticed most of you aren't subscribed yet, so I want to flip that on its head. Now, let's talk about the anatomy of the perfect LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the business social media. Think about it like Facebook for businessmen. People go on LinkedIn most of the time because they want to network, whether you're in sales or HR or you're an entrepreneur trying to get clients, LinkedIn is where you'll end up. A lot of corporations are active on LinkedIn as well to try to recruit, to try to get their name out there. So you have brand managers from major corporations, you have salespeople, you have director level people, you have CEOs, all on LinkedIn, all talking to each other. And so it's great to master the platform. What does that look like exactly? Let's talk about a good LinkedIn profile. The first thing people see on your LinkedIn profile when you send a contact request is your profile picture. This is an image of you that should speak to your competence. That means on LinkedIn, it's not like Twitter. You're not gonna have an avatar. You're not gonna have a cartoon. You really shouldn't have an image that wouldn't fit in on a business card or on an ID. Just a good, high quality photo of you is fine. You notice my LinkedIn photo, I have this blue circle around it just to make it look a little more professional. Blue also is the color of X27, which is my agency. If I was repping another company, I would change the color of the blue circle to be whatever color the brand that would be. After you have your profile picture in place and it looks professional, then the next thing they see is your name. For me on LinkedIn, I just have a normal name where it just says Alex Berman with no keywords after it. But the keywords on search are also pulled from this bottom part, which is the description. This is where you can keyword stuff your profile. If you look at my description on LinkedIn, it says everything that I could possibly do. SaaS, product management, finance, everything that I could possibly do so that I pop up on a lot of LinkedIn searches for various keywords. This also brings us to the banner. The banner on LinkedIn is a great way to show your credibility. Typically, the way that I like to set up a banner on LinkedIn is I have a big company logo, then I have my name on here as well, and how I can help, and then social proof if you have logos down here for social proof. If you've been featured in any publications, you can put those there. You can also put clients that you've worked with in the past. And then, like all of our social media profiles, I like to have a call to action going to the follow button. Just a follow button with an arrow is very important for getting conversions across social media platforms. Next up, you have featured articles. I like this section, especially if you're a content creator like me. You'll put your best content here and your most impressive content. If you've been featured on a major podcast, you'd put that here. If you've been written about in a major publication, you would put that here. Otherwise, if you have YouTube videos to share, anything that shows who you are and increases conversions, you would put that here. Remember that everything on your LinkedIn should be driving towards that conversion, whether it's a final sale or a response to your cold email campaign, whatever it is, that should be reinforced on your LinkedIn page. So keep in mind with all of these, and I'm about to talk about a couple more things, everything should drive towards the goal of whatever the campaign is. That brings us to the next section, which is the description. The description is either a short or a long version of what you sell. So for instance, if you're selling cold email, you could write, I'm an expert in cold email who has worked with thousands of brands around the world and generated over $100 million in leads. Please feel free to reach out if you need help with your cold email campaigns. That's a good description. Just remember, keep it in line with whatever you're pitching. Same with the articles. If you're selling cold email, for example, this is Cold Email Hub. That's why I'm using it as an example. I know a lot of people that watch this are in lead generation. Then your articles as well should be about cold email or lead generation or whatever you're trying to sell. After the description comes your work history. Now, your work history also can be optimized. A lot of people just have their roles in there. I like to have my work history tell a story. For instance, for mine, it has me as a managing partner at A&R Ventures, which is our investment company where we hold a lot of these SaaS products. So that means my goal, if I have that at the top, my goal of the LinkedIn page is to get more people to see the investment company and possibly reach out either to give us money or to offer us more deals. Then I have the companies that we're running. So Taplio, which we're doing the marketing for, LeadShark, which I'm a co-owner of with Robert Indresh, my co-founder, and those companies are there right at the top. Then we have the backstory companies where we talk about our path and how we generated leads or how we grew companies, et cetera, et cetera. Everything should tell a story that reinforces your offer. So our offer on my LinkedIn is A&R Ventures. And so everything on there should add to that mystique of YouTuber, content creator, marketer, B2B sales, lead generation and growth, all of that. So those keywords, if you notice, are all called out within the bios themselves. Then you have education. And I didn't think this one was important until recently when I realized that there's a ton of alumni groups on LinkedIn. And so I added not just my college, but I added my high school and even my elementary school and my middle school. So now if anyone is like a former student of Academy at the Lakes, maybe they're 27 now, they'll see me as one of the alumni. Same with John Paul II High School. So now there's more ways in if I wanted to reach out via cold email or if I wanted to do lead gen based on alumni networks. That's all right there. Then you have recommendations, which is where your friends or your business associates can talk good about you. You can see I have recommendations there from a ton of people and they just help hype you up. It's testimonials. And that is the anatomy of the perfect LinkedIn profile. Keep in mind, everything should tie towards the main conversion goal. And every time you switch niches or you switch offers, I would look at every single one of these and figure out how you can change it and make it more optimized. So think about this not just as the anatomy of a LinkedIn profile, but also a checklist for profile optimization. And if you go through piece by piece by piece by piece, you will end up with a highly converting LinkedIn profile in only a few minutes. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to smash that like button to encourage this type of content on YouTube. Subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. I'm Alex Berman.